Hi everyone, Kerryn here from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting, bringing to you this week's energy forecast and spiritual insights for Monday the 11th of July through until Sunday the 17th of July 2022. Oh my God, we're in July. How crazy is that? There is this real sense and feeling of, as we move into the latter part of this year, we are really being offered the opportunity with the upcoming Capricorn super full moon this week to really review how we're traveling. The invitation is there for us to take responsibility and accountability for where we are in our lives, and that was a big theme and is still a big theme for 2022. It's all about taking personal responsibility, taking community responsibility, and taking global responsibility. And this super full moon, of course, it's a super moon because it's closest to the earth, so it is large, it appears larger in the sky, but it also means that the frequency and the energy, the lunar energy, is more potent and stronger, and therefore the offerings of the Capricorn full moon are amplified for us to take advantage of. As we, and what is taking responsibility? Yes, there are things in life that happen to us or happen around us or happen outside of us that we often feel that we have no control over. Something that I learned very early on was that when you do take responsibility for your part in any situation, regardless of what that is, whether it's a small part or an equal part or a larger part even, and this is not an opportunity to lay blame or criticize yourself, there is a invitation for maturity in your self-reflection awareness practice. I take full responsibility for where I am in my life. All of my choices and my decisions and my actions have led me to where I am right now. And when you take responsibility for where you are at in your life, this is where the opportunity for positive change takes place. You open yourself up for the offerings of the universe, the offerings of your higher self, your intuition, to take the necessary steps to move forward. And when we do this also, you have the opportunity to recognize also where perhaps you have repeating patterns of behavior where you are self-sabotaging yourself. How are you deliberately holding yourself back? Where are you deliberately playing small? And there may be an array of beliefs around that. It's not safe for me to be seen. It's not safe for me to move forward. And I highly recommend working with a practitioner to support you in releasing and moving through those beliefs, such as myself or somebody else that you feel drawn to. We are really being asked to intentionally use the energy of this full moon to support you in moving forward towards creating the life that you wish to live. Perhaps there are areas in your life that feel disconnected or you feel aren't working for you. What areas in your life do you feel are not working for you right now? And how can you take responsibility and accountability for that not working? And then in doing that, asking yourself, what changes? What needs to change in order for me to live the life that I wish to live? And we also have the influence of Pluto. Pluto is the lord of the underworld, present with this super full moon. And so that is also bringing to the surface or reflecting to you things that you may be avoiding or denying or just not wanting to deal with. Pluto is going to bring that to the surface for you during this full moon so that you can easily identify whatever it is that is holding you back, whether it's toxic relationships, whether it's bad habits and behaviors, perhaps it's the way that you're fueling your body or not moving your body, or perhaps you're in a job that has not been great. It's not a great environment. It's not what you really want to be doing, but there is safety in continuing to stay in what you know rather than taking that brave step and being courageous and moving into what does light you up, what is more aligned to you. Often we find ourselves overly people pleasing when we're in toxic situations. Now, that may not just be a partnership, there could be other people in your life. Perhaps they are very needy of your attention. Perhaps they're always wanting your help and support. And there's an imbalance that's being created because you're not getting that same support back. Perhaps, we are also being asked to set healthy boundaries. Where are you being called to say no in your life, and who are you being called to say no to? And you can do this with love. You can just say, thanks for asking me. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that for you right now. Really review and reflect on where the balance is in your life, in giving and receiving. Perhaps you are at a time where you can allow yourself to receive more. Or for you, perhaps you have been in the receiving mode and now is a time for you to give more, to really allow that beautiful energetic balance to come into play in all of your relationships and all that you interact with or work with. Endings. So this is leading into, often we fear that if we change or if we don't buy into these drama relationships or toxic relationships, that we'll be left with no one, like we'll be on our own. And that's just not true. It's not the case. When you release and let go of bad habits, limiting beliefs, toxic people, whatever it is that you actually let go of in your life and release, what this does, it allows space, it creates space for the right people to come into your life, for the more aligned people to your values, to your beliefs, to where you're going in your life, whatever it may be, your spiritual expansion. It creates space for the people that are aligned to you at this time in the evolved, mature version of who you are to show up. So endings are not a scary thing. It's an opportunity for beautiful, empowered growth on a personal level and a spiritual level. There may also be the influence from Pluto, aha moments or wake-up calls that are showing up for you during this full moon. There is a heaviness around this full moon. There's an intensity to this full moon. And what I feel very strongly is that if you have been really striving and moving forward and creating a forward momentum, and all of a sudden everything stops, take that as an opportunity to rest and recharge. There is an invitation during this week to come into stillness, to be present with what is, and to be present with who you are in this moment. When we can accept what is without laying blame, when we can accept that things do change, nothing ever stays the same. And it would be so boring if it did. There would be no growth, there would be no evolution if everything stayed the same. And often our suffering comes from trying to hold on to what is, and trying so hard to keep it the way that it is. And that is just not conducive to your soul growth, your spiritual growth, your personal growth. And we also have Mercury that is present during this super full moon. And the invitation there is to really be mindful of your words, to remember how powerful your words are. Your words create your reality. That's why it's called spelling, because words are spells that we are casting out into the universe. And that's the words that we speak out loud, and it's also in our internal dialogue. So it's really important during the influence of the super full moon of Mercury to choose your words wisely and intentionally, and to really ask yourself, is what I'm saying to myself the reality I'm wanting to create? Is how I'm speaking of another person the reality I'm wanting to create? Very powerful time to rest, to be still, to be present, to really nurture your energetic and physical and mental and emotional needs. So if you'd like to place your hand on your heart center for theta downloads, I know how and when to express myself. I know how to live in harmony and when to set healthy boundaries. I know how to walk gracefully through life, recreating my reality. I know how and when to create my own reality. I know how to enjoy life. I create possibilities all around me. I am strong and healthy, and I know how to make time for myself, and I know when to make time for myself, and I know how to communicate that need and my needs easily and effortlessly to those around me with love and kindness and compassion. I know what it feels like to have my needs met, and I know how to meet my own needs. Say yes to receive. Taking in a nice deep breath. So just asking for additional guidance and support for the week ahead. Portal. Doors are opening, you decide. Rewards. You know, and this is really relevant right now with this super full moon. There is a portal that is opening, that is giving you the opportunity to release all that no longer serves you. And to, with a mature heart, with a compassionate heart, review your life and identify what needs to change, and then taking action steps towards creating that change is supporting you in walking through the portal of your future timeline. It will open you, it'll align you to doors that are opening, to opportunities that are being offered to you. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time, joining in the perfect conversations. The opportunities will show up for you when you show up for you. So I hope that these messages serve you well. My Awaken program is starting on the 8th of the 8th. And this is a beautiful opportunity to really come into the strengths and gifts of who you are in this lifetime through self-focus, self-clarity, self-belief, self-value, and self-love. Such an amazing content for you to have access to, using and sharing with you so many of the tools that have supported me in my awakening and in my healing journey, and I would love to support you in that. So if you would like to know more, please do get in touch, or you will find further information in the description below. As always, please be kind and gentle with yourself. Namaste, blessed be. Have a wonderful week. Bye.